Today, we answer our most asked question.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Coach Tonya with Criticalbench, joined by my colleague and friend, Coach Chris.
Hello.
So this is a fun one today because we've been sort of talking about this, and we have a most asked question on our channel. Seriously, the most asked question of all time.
We get a lot of questions on our channel. And Tonya, actually, you field quite a few of these on a daily basis. I mean,
I'm in there every day.
40, 50, 60 questions a day,
probably?
Easily.
Easily. So, like, I'm in there every day looking at the questions and answering them, or just giving a little bit of support, a thumbs up. But there is one question, since I've been working for Criticalbench, that comes up more than any other question.
Let me guess. What's your bench?
No. You would think.
What do you squat?
Exactly. No. I mean, those do get asked. But our most asked question is, what weight should I start with? And I have to admit, I got a little impatient with it because I'm like,
every video, and you're talking about a wide range of videos.
Wide range.
That question comes in on.
It wasn't specific to just like powerlifting type exercises that we have workouts for. It was everything from like bands to free weights to machines to compound moves. This is definitely the most asked question on our channel that crosses all borders, all types of workouts. You name it, it comes up. Every single day, it will be in the comments at least once, if not multiple times.
Yeah, and there's so many videos that are teaching an exercise or demonstration or an actual workout, follow-along workout, and so I could see
we probably don't mention it.
Yeah, we don't mention it enough because you get a lot of the beginner people that are like, well, it looks great. But what do I need to get going with this?
Right.
You know, what should I use?
Well, and it's been asked so much that I actually just have my response on a Word doc and I just copy and paste it just because my answer is the same. So I'm going to give you my answer and we're going to talk about a few other things. But the big inclusive answer that I always respond with is you want to start with a weight that allows you to perform the exercises, whatever they are, whether you're using bands, the balance trainer, steps, dumbbells, kettlebells. You want to choose a weight that allows you to perform the exercises correctly, but still challenges you so that you're going through those repetitions, but by your third round, it's hard to crank out those last couple. That's how you know. If all of a sudden you're overcompensating, you're arching, you're doing all kinds of incorrect added movements, you know the weight's too heavy. You're too tired, it's too heavy, so you have to find a weight that challenges you.
And that question's going to mostly just come from the beginner level person.
Right.
If you're an advanced lifter and you're probably not even watching our channel, to be honest with you, because let's face it, a lot of people.
We're a teaching channel.
Yeah, we're teaching, we're coaching, we're guiding people. And if you're advanced or higher level, there's a good chance that you don't really go on YouTube to do stuff. You're kind of motivated or whatever you want to call it to do your training. You don't need the guidance, but it's so true. And we as coaches for the last couple decades, we take for granted sometimes what we know and how we use it in our own approach to working out. But so many people watching, 9 out of 10 people most likely are newer or looking for
a starting point,
the authority figure there.
And I think sometimes too, for it's just personal opinion, I'm not saying I'm right, but I think if somebody's all of a sudden finds that this is something they want to do more regularly, working out, whether they're going to be joining a gym, so when they walk into a gym, and walking into a gym for the first time or even after many years can be very overwhelming and a little intimidating. So you're standing there looking at the weight rack going, well, I don't know. Okay, so it's a good question. Or someone that's looking to buy, like somebody that maybe purchases mini bands, right? So it's still, they're like, well, which one do I start with? So it always comes down to how properly you can execute that exercise correctly to avoid unnecessary injury, but still challenge yourself. Now, a follow-up question to that is, well, how do I know if I'm doing it correctly? Which is another good question if you're a beginner or it's a new exercise that you're not familiar with. At that point, you really do need to check in with somebody that has some kind of background, whether it's a trainer at your local gym that you can maybe get a session with, are a friend of yours. I mean, there are people out there that are schooled in exercise movement and how to perform exercises. I mean, our video covers it, but sometimes that one-on-one is what you need. So somebody can watch you and just make those adjustments so you don't hurt yourself, and you're actually getting the accurate feedback, like 5 pounds is a perfect weight, or it's way too light, because come my third round, I cranked out 12 reps, no problem. Well, now you're working too light if you're doing it properly.
Yeah, no, you're right. And one of the, I don't know, the simplest advice I can have for form and, correcting yourself and knowing what you look like when you exercise is train in front of a mirror on occasion. And not that it's ideal, because something you have to turn your head, if you're not facing it straight on, it can be hard sometimes to see exactly what you're doing, but it can be helpful certainly if you're facing into the mirror. Secondly, and everybody's got one nowadays, grab your phone and grab a little tripod or something, or set your phone up and record yourself doing the exercise, and go back and watch yourself on video. High-level athletes have trainers, instructors and stuff who do this with them to help them fix little issues.
Bad habits.
Bad habits, right? Like a golf swing, right? Or an exercise. It could be a bench press, or a row, or a squat, or a deadlift, any of these things. If you want to really get into the technique side, pardon the trucks outside. If you want to get in, we've had a
lot of activity here today.
If you really want to get into your technique and see yourself, record yourself a few times, and then you don't have to do it every set.
Right.
But on occasion, and you'll probably see, it's great feedback, and you'll probably see a progression.
Absolutely.
You'll see yourself improve over a period of months.
Yeah, and there's even, I can't remember the name of it, because this was years ago when I was competing, but there was an app for your phone, and it was more geared towards your compound lifts, so squats, deadlifts, that it was almost like a plumb line on the screen. So you would set up the phone to record you doing the movement, and it actually showed how straight you were going up and down.
Neat.
Those things are out there. I'm not as familiar with them anymore, because I don't use that. We're here all the time correcting one another and helping one another, so I don't rely on that like I used to, but that's another option. Now, if you're super new and maybe feeling a little intimidated or a little unsure, what would you suggest is the best way to start?
Bodyweight training.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny how, not funny, I don't mean to belittle it, but it is kind of funny how many of us don't really think of that, because we get up and move our bodies all day long. We never think of moving 150 pounds. Like if I walked into the gym and tried to put 145 pounds on the bar and lift it, I could never do it. But yet I get up and walk around and do stuff all day. I go biking, I go swimming, I go hiking. I'm constantly moving.
Well, you could deadlift it.
I could deadlift more than that.
Right. That's
but something. So we don't think about it.
Right.
So you're moving your body weight every single day.
Yes.
So a great way to start in terms of moving weight in different directions, and through exercises that require specific execution, is to move your body weight through those planes of motion.
That's right. And a great place to start would be if you go to the pinned comment below. We have a free report. Actually, it has a video with it too. And it highlights 10 of the best bodyweight exercises that you can do, 10 best all time. Yeah. Plus, there's actually 5 bonus moves in there. It's just a really good resource for you. It's free. You go to the pinned comment. It's also in the description area. It's in the cards. It's at the end screen. It's everywhere you go in this video.
Free.
It's a free.
Love free stuff.
Yes, it's really good. Actually,
it is really good.
And we always have fun putting these things together, because they're free resources to help people, especially those beginners who are stuck sometimes and need that extra, the extra help, the extra guidance from those who know a little bit more, who've been around the block a few times. And just to add a little bit more to what you were saying about, what weight do I start with? I think it's always better to go lean on the side of too light than too heavy if you're new. You'll know if it's too light.
Yes.
If you're barely breaking a sweat, or you're doing
You can
12,
carry on a conversation through 3 rounds.
Right.
It's too light.
Right. If you're able to do 20 reps of something, it's probably too light for you. If you can barely do 6 or 8, then it's probably too heavy for you. Yeah. So it's a little trial and error in the beginning for all of us, who aren't quite sure where we're at. I just got a question actually the other day actually it might have been earlier today, on our help desk. And it was a gentleman, older gentleman in his 60s, asking about what dumbbells he should get to do some of our follow-along workouts that are on Amazon. And so I gave him a really, I'm very thorough. I'm very thorough with my answers. I'm a bit long-winded, as you can tell, and if you've seen me before. But I really told him the best place to start, if you're kind of doing it alone at home and you don't have much equipment or any at all, buy 2 or 3 sets of dumbbells, pairs of dumbbells. You can just buy the fixed hex, dumbbells or something, the covered ones. And just start there and get 2 lighter pairs and 1 kind of heavier pair. And then you're probably set up pretty good for a while with just about any.
For a wide range of exercises.
For a wide range of exercises.
Yeah, because you'll find, like, for me, clearly my upper body doesn't have the strength my lower body does. So I don't lift there's a huge difference in what weight I can manage and move with my arms and my back's not too bad, but legs to arms, big difference. So there's that to take into account. So yeah, body weight's a great start. Another thing I wanted to mention was it's really important that you become very aware and know the difference between sore and pain.
Yes.
Because when you work out, if you haven't worked out in a while or if you're new, your muscles are going to be sore. That's what they do. You're tearing and you're shredding muscle fibers so that they repair and grow new ones. That's how we make those gains, right? But there's a difference between being sore from working out and hurting yourself. And if you know the difference, then that's a really good red flag that you're probably performing certain exercises incorrectly, because exercises should not cause you to become hurt. If you're getting hurt, the weight's again too heavy, you're moving it incorrectly. And just sometimes there are some exercises that don't work with your body and you just shouldn't do them.
Yeah, it's true, absolutely. Yeah, some things are more agreeable with our bodies at the state that they're in. If you haven't done much training in your life and you're in your mid-30s and then you kind of are getting after it, there might be something that just maybe you sit a lot in your life, and deadlifts maybe initially aren't the best thing for you, certainly going heavy. Until, again, all lifts are good. Really. People sometimes will judge one lift good, one lift bad. But most lifts have legitimacy to them. There's a benefit. It just depends on, the shoulder integrity, your lumbar spine integrity, your knees, your hips, and if you have issues, you got to know.
You got to take that into account.
Know your limitations and work with them or around them. And but no, it's great, certainly great advice. And I'm sure this video will still
get questions, but that's okay.
Some comments or questions, but that's fine. She can just, like she said, she can copy and paste that answer that she.
And I'll start linking it to this video too. Check out this video.
So it'll be like a loop.
Yeah.
People will ask a question about the video topic, and then you just share the link to this video. So you have to just watch it over again.
Because it's not, like really, for anybody at any age starting out, mad respect for doing that. And I respect the question because it is a good question. It means you're not just running in and grabbing 60 pounds and trying to throw it around. So I have mad respect for the awareness and the intelligence behind the question. But don't overthink it. It's not a difficult answer, but it's one you just have to work with. Grab a weight. I can work with it. I'm able to. I can bench this. I can Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. This is heavy, and I'm sweating. That third round is getting difficult, but I'm able to do it properly.
Right. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Doing it properly, especially when you're newer, and creating the good motor patterns with resistance, and then ramping up from there. That's no question. That's the best way to go about it. So I think we're good to go.
I think we answered it.
I think they need to go check out that free report though. It's in the pinned comment. Just
right
scroll
below.
down. It's top the top comment that you'll see from us. You click on it. You can download it right away, and you can watch a video that actually shows you how to do all those exercises.
It's awesome.
And there's some really good ones in there. It's actually kind of an old school, really cool video that we have there. It's again a great resource. So
check that out, and don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you click that notification bell and the subscription button, because we have thousands of free video content here for everybody of any age, of any level. We give everything from fitness, workouts, nutrition, like you name it. So you click that subscription button and the notification bell. You're not going to miss anything.
There's a lot there.
There's a lot there.
Thanks. See you later.